a barn find, quote unquote. It is a Trans Am 2000 model T56 Trans Am I've had for about 3 years now, and I parked it and hadn't drove it in about a year and a half. It is going to be dusty. But my plans at the moment are to wash it up, check all the fluids in it and all that good stuff. A good buddy of mine, Damon, is having a get-together, I don't know what you would call it, meet I should say, and we're going to go to Ferris tomorrow and race at Extreme, and I've never took it to the track, so I'm kind of curious to see what it runs. It's 100% bone stock. Old man bought it. I mean, it don't even have a lid on it. No, nothing. It don't have exhaust. It has stock exhaust. It has the air pump on it still. Kind of converters. No manifold. I mean, it still has manifolds. Doesn't have headers. I mean, it is stock as stock can be. I got this car. I was literally sick in bed, real sick. I had a fever, everything. And a good friend of mine, which is a girl, messaged me and said, "Hey, I think this is a good deal. I don't know for sure." And she just saw this white Trans Am, didn't know if it was V8, didn't know anything. The guy had it on there for $1,500. And I was like, well, there's no way it's a LS1 T56 car for $1,500. So I looked at it, called the guy up, and luckily he answered. And come to find out, he said, yeah, it's a V8. I've had it almost since it was new. He said he hadn't had it 5,000 miles, so it had like almost 6,000 miles on it when he bought it. And Mobil 1 in it since the day he bought it, yada yada yada, which you hear that all the time. But so I go get out of bed, because I know the transmission itself is worth $1,200 on the low side. I say on the average side, I should say. And you know, the engine too is worth, you know, roughly around about that much. And he told me straight up front that it had a tick to it. It's like, okay, well, oh well. But I'm thinking in the back of my head, this is a V6 car, 5-speed, not a 6-speed T56. I get out of bed, haul ass over there, come to find out, he wasn't lying. It was an LS1 T56 car, leather seats, T-top, which I don't care for, but it's T-top. Not a Firebird, a Trans Am. Now, it wasn't a it's not WS6 Ram Air, but it is a clean Trans Am. And it did have some noise in it, which most LS1s and early 5.3s, 6.0s, they do have some piston slap to it. So anyways, I went there, started up, drove it around the block. Transmission felt great, which that's the biggest thing I was worried about. Transmission felt great. Talked the guy down to $1,400. So I got $100 off. $1,400, drove it home. Checked everything out of it, pulled the valve cover, and I got some pictures of it. I'll try and find them and post them up now and show you how clean this sucker is. I mean, it is clean on the inside. So my gut was telling me the way it was sounding, and I did some, you know, diagnosing here and there, and I thought it was some lifters. So I bought a set of lifters kit from GM. They actually, I don't know if they sell it anymore, but they used to sell lifters, head gasket, exhaust gasket, intake gasket, all as a kit. And it was right at, like, I want to say, with oil and everything, put that in there, still making some noise. And I said, you know what? Screw it. I'm just going to drive it and see what it does. He ended up putting like, I don't know, about 300-400 miles on it. Ran fine. Noise never to get louder, never to get quieter. Full pressure stayed at 40 psi at idle all the time. And I don't know if it's going to sound bad. I'm driving down my county road to support. You're hearing all the rattles in this 37-year-old, actually, let's see, 40-year-old vehicle. But anyways, I did all that and still did the same thing. And I drove it, and I drove the hell out of it. Never threw a rod, never did any of that. Noise never got worse, never saw metal shavings in the wool. So my gut's telling me it's piston slap. But I guess we're gonna find out. I mean, it may throw a rod through the side of it next Sunday, but I will show you the car in just a second. Well, the windshield washer pump works in the barn fine. Trying to get to the shop before it gets dark. So I don't know if the lights work in this thing. It's been so long. She started right up though. Obviously I had to put a battery on it, but other than that, it started up. But she is dirty. Very, very dirty. It's like, I cleaned this thing. I'll post some pictures, but I had it all clean, got it all clean on the inside. It's amazing what happens to a car when it just sits. I mean, there's like mold, spider webs everywhere. I don't remember that dash being cracked, but it has to have been, because it has been actually covered up in a garage. So not under a cover, but in a garage. So I don't know. I can barely see. I'm trying to beat daylight right now. But everything's working right now, besides my security light, which, if you know anything about F-body, that's a common problem. So, see if I can't make it to the shop before it gets dark. Because we are riding dirty. This thing was inspected back in 2013, so. I will give you some pictures in the shop of how dirty this thing is. Man. Alright guys, so we made it back to the shop. Look how dirty this sucker has gotten. I'm telling you, this car is clean once I wash it up. I mean, it's besides all the damn cats, looks like jumping on a damn thing. But well, I'll get it cleaned up. It looked way worse than this when I got it, and it turned out looking awesome. So everything worked great on it. It does feel like the fuel in it misfired just a little bit. It feels like the fuel in it was you know that ethanol gets nowadays, it just spitted and sputtered a little bit, but after that it cleared up. But go in here and wash it up. If we get a chance, we'll take it to the drag strip on Sunday, which is tomorrow. Get a little before video. Don't know if you could see outside how good, or quality I should say. Man, it's a 5.7 LS1. Woo! This, oh man, I wish I kept it. This thing used to have, whenever I got it, it said Speed Racer around the license plate, little bracket. Threw that sucker in the trash. Dirty. These wheels were really, really bad when I got them. Fun stuff. Alright guys, got her all washed up and she shines. Now it needs another bath, don't get me wrong, but this was me and Shane washing it twice, and as you can see there's still some dirt, but she's on the outside clean. They do the inside. I just half-ass sprayed underneath here. Yeah, we're lazy. We only wax cars on the lift, so we ain't got to bend over as far. Got bored waiting on the oil to go through. You remember that dash being that cracked?
No, it was not that bad, no.
Well, it was cracked though? I don't remember.
Maybe.
I could be remember. I thought it didn't have a crack, but like a little one in it, and it may have. Of course, I mean, Texas heat.